Hi everyone. Once again, I sincerely welcome you to Spirituality for Dummies. What if I told you that heaven and hell aren't places you go after you die? That they are not some distant realm, but something you visit every single day, inside your own mind. Today, I want to show you how to notice them and what they reveal about your life. I will notice that when you don't have anything to worry about, or when you're doing the things that you love, life just feels effortless, almost like being on cloud nine. You feel light, expansive, and connected. But if you are chasing material things, seeking outside validation, or doing things that don't resonate with you at all, life can feel heavy and slow and frustrating, or even suffocating, as if you are trapped in hell. Ever ring a bell? Yeah, this is what people who work at jobs they hate always say. These experiences show you something important about the way of your mind works and how your inner state responds to what you focus on. Heaven, as I love to label it, is a state of being where you feel aligned with yourself. It's when there's peace, freedom, and clarity in your mind. It's heaven on earth, a sense of joy, ease, and connection that you can only experience right now, in the simple moments of your life. And hell, on the other hand, is when you are trapped by rules, routines, material obsessions, or obligations. This is when frustration, stress, or disconnection dominates your experiences. Essentially, heaven and hell are mirrors reflecting how connected or disconnected you are with your true self. However, sometimes heaven even disguises itself as hell. For example, the other day, my mom asked me to fold a huge pile of clothes for a family. At first, I felt reluctant, irritated, and tired. It felt like a chore, like hell. But as I focused on the task itself, being present and even listening to a podcast while folding, something in me shifted. My irritation disappeared, and I realized the simple act of being fully present in that moment brought me a deeper sense of peace. What seemed like hell at first was actually heaven in disguise, heaven on earth hiding in plain sight. Another example for this is something I don't really enjoy, which is writing scripts. I usually hate writing scripts, but I wrote this one anyway because it fulfills my mission to share this insight with you guys. Even though the task wasn't fun at first, but focusing on the purpose behind it transformed it into a heavenly experience. So it shows that sometimes what feels like work or struggle can actually be a path to alignment and fulfillment. Other times, heaven might show up as moments you least expect it. Like waking up early to exercise. At first, it feels like a drag, but afterward, your body feels alive, your mind clear, and the day starts on a bright note. Or when tackling a challenging project at work. Stressful at first, but completing it brings a huge sense of accomplishment and a flow that's hard to match. The lesson is sometimes what looks like difficulty or discomfort is actually an opportunity for alignment, heaven hiding in plain sight. But you gotta be careful, because sometimes it is easy to mistake real hell for heaven. So presence and awareness are the key to knowing the difference. For example, I used to live inside my own bubble, avoiding taking responsibility or participating in the society. Sure, it is comfortable and all, but I never grow as a person. And life keeps showing me the same things again and again until I learned the lesson. So I was basically in the hell loop. And here's a profound insight that you need to remember. There is an ancient saying in Chinese called 天堂与地狱只在一念之间, which literally translates as the difference of heaven and hell is just a thought. Once you notice the subtleties in your experiences, you will realize that heaven and hell are not fixed places. They are determined by your perception, awareness, and choices. The moment of folding clothes or writing a script could have been hell if I let irritation take over, or heaven if I stayed present. The difference, in the end, is just one thought. Now that you have experienced what heaven and hell feels like, let it sink in. Every choice you make, every action, and reaction creates the energy that shapes your experiences. When you slow down, observe, and act with awareness, you'll naturally move towards alignment, peace, and clarity. When you rush, react unconsciously, or chase what doesn't matter at all, you reinforce patterns of frustration and disconnection. Heaven and hell are not distant places, but reflections of your inner state, how you perceive, how you choose, and how present you are. These are what truly determine your life, whether it feels like heaven or hell. So yeah, subscribe to the heaven that is in you. Till next time, bye bye.